We are now in Section 2 of our monetary policy case study. Section 2, we're trying to find out why people believe the federal government's monetary policies should keep the economy stable. We're going to read a speech by William McKinley. This is President William McKinley. So we're going to read William McKinley's acceptance speech for the Republican presidential nomination. Which reasons does William McKinley give us for trying to focus on stability? It is suggested by one wing of the Democratic Party and its allies, the People's and Civil parties, to move the United States to bimetallism at a ratio of 16 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold. We must not be misled by phrases nor fooled by false theories. Free silver would not mean that silver dollars were to be freely had without cost or labor. It would not make labor easier, the hours shorter, or the pay better. It would not make farming less difficult or more profitable. So here, McKinley is directly addressing the ideas of the People's Party. Remember that the People's Party thought that free silver was going to fix their problems? What does McKinley think about it? Is it going to fix their problems? He doesn't seem to think so. It is make-believe to blame the hard times to the fact that all our currency is on a gold basis. Good money never made times hard. Good money never made times hard. It's the idea that our stable money is more valuable. It's good. Therefore, we shouldn't ruin it. He's worried about bimetallism because it will cause inflation and that'll ruin the value of our money. So, in his opinion, if we don't focus on stability, we're not going to be helping the people. We are going to now look at, and I forgot to talk about why that matters for today's debate. How would that apply to today's debate over interest rates? If you think that lowering the interest rate and getting easy money out there is going to cause inflation and ruin the value of money that's already out there, you're going to be ruining our good money. Our next document is cartoon from Louis Darmile, Out Nebraska Way for Puck Magazine. Right here. What do we see in this cartoon? Who's this? It's a farmer reading his free silver screamer. So remember that farmers are the big supporters of bimetallism. What's happening in the background? The farmer's farm falling apart, isn't it? Puck, the boy here, says, "What's the matter with you? Why ain't you getting out your crops? Grain and corn are bringing big prices, and good times have come again." Farmer Wheatley, "No siree. What's the use of raising crops for the gold bugs from Wall Street to eat up? Free silver is the only thing that'll save me." It's the idea here. If he is complaining about his economic condition, sitting on the fence and complaining, going to help him? What is Puck saying the farmer needs to do? Getting out your crops. If somebody wants more money, some people think they should go out and earn it. It shouldn't be about inflation, making your money seem easier to come by. How is this related to today's debate? Why do some people not want to make loans easier for people to get? The idea would be that those loans, if they're easier for people to get, then the people don't have to, work as hard to get them. These people believe that if you want something, you need to work for it. So they would be opposed to having low interest rates They think those people who are complaining about the money being too hard to get, they're just going to say, you need to work harder. Now it's time to talk about step 2C. What did policymakers decide to do and why did they make that choice? So we see here the results of the debate. Congress did not vote for the bimetallism resolution. What happened was, in 1896 in that election, William Jennings Bryan lost the election. William Jennings Bryan was the one who was really pushing for free silver. If he would have won the election, maybe it would have become a political reality. But is it likely members of Congress are going to vote to do something that was something that couldn't even win somebody the presidency? Are you going to vote for a losing cause? And in fact, we went the other way. The one who won, President McKinley, he passed the Gold Standard Act. Not only did we not go to use silver, we committed ourselves to gold. This act fixed the ratio of how much a gold dollar was worth. So they didn't pass the resolution, and they didn't do that because what about the politics? William Jennings Bryan couldn't win president advocating for free silver. Is a politician going to risk doing it if it wasn't successful? What we need to know is long-term consequences of this. We stayed on the gold standard for quite a while. In 1913, the Federal Reserve Act required Federal Reserve to hold gold equal to 40% the value of the currency. This lasts until 1933. What happened was, in the Great Depression, in this economic crisis, Congress passed the Emergency Banking Act. This act gave the president the power to control the exchange of gold within the United States and prevent gold from going to foreign countries. It also gave the Secretary of the Treasury the power to force people to exchange their gold coins and certificates for other money of equal value. While Americans could no longer exchange their US dollars for gold, foreign governments were still allowed to trade their US dollars for gold. President Nixon ended that in 1971. We went off the gold standard because the gold standard prevented us from being able to make economic changes in order to respond to economic crises. So, consequence of that decision, we went on the gold standard for a while, but we ended it so we could respond better to economic crises. Let's compare and contrast the two debates. What's the similarity? We're talking about monetary policy. How much should our government do to affect the value of our money? Today we are debating about interest rates, and in the past we were debating about free silver, bimetallism. Time to make your advice. So based on what we learned, do you support or oppose the Fed raising interest rates? Consider this. Again, what we debated today and what's being debated from the past, should the government be trying to work for monetary policies that are going to help people who are not doing as well? So in the past, that was farmers who were broke. Today, it's people who want easier loans. Or should the government care more about long-term stability in the economy and not do things that will hurt the value of the money already in the economy? If you want to help people get cheap loans, you're going to oppose the Fed raising interest rates. If you are worried about inflation and the value of our money, you're going to support. Again, look at your guiding questions above the documents in order to understand which of these will best help you.